On this channel, we talk about two-factor authentication pretty often because it's a very important piece of security that we can add to our account. It makes it much more difficult for the bad guys to break in. Typically, people will have an app on their phone like Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator. A lot of people will also use text messages or emails as a second form of authentication. That's not a good idea in today's day and age. These days, those methods should be considered insecure, especially in light of recent events. However, there's another method we don't talk about yet that often, and that is here we have our UB keys, and there are other vendors besides Yubico. This is the one we have been just demonstrating today, and we're going to go over how to use this, how this works, and what the advantages and disadvantages are. It's coming up next.
Thanks for watching. We hope this video has provided valuable information to you. Be sure to share this video with other small business owners to spread the word about the importance of cybersecurity. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you want more information about cybersecurity, visit us at www.cyberventure.com.
Okay, so you've seen the Yubico key before, probably advertisements, don't know quite what it is or how it works. We're going to focus on exactly step by step how to install the software on your laptop, how to use the device itself to store two-factor authentication options, and kind of give you a quick demo. So let's take a look at how to install it first. Let's get that going. Take a look down here. All right, so we start off by downloading the Yubico Authenticator. Here's our URL right up here, yubico.com. Dig under products and you'll find it here. Download from new 64-bit, what I'm running right now. Okay, so now let's download it. Let's install it. Yep, it's an executable. It could potentially be a virus, so it's important to have that scanned. Next. Accept license. Next. This works fine for me. You could change it if it doesn't for you. And install. Okay, and that's it. We're installed. Now, let's try and run this thing. All right, so this is what we're going to use the YubiKey for. This is our lab account in our lab environment. And it should ask us to set it up. Yep, Microsoft Authenticator app. Next. And then my tenant, I configured to allow other two-factor authentication providers. So if you get this set up, Microsoft Authenticator, I know you're probably groaning like, oh, I don't want Microsoft Authenticator. Well, if you look down here, I want to use a different authenticator app. This is an option because of 365 policy. If I go into my 365 tenant and I configure the policy correctly, this shows up. It's not always here. And if you want it to show up and it currently isn't, you can check out our video on that. So we're going to go ahead and choose that. And we can't scan this thing. What we are going to do is can't scan an image. We're going to copy our account, and then we're going to go back to our UB key here, and we're going to add manually. Issuer optional. Let's just call this one 365. That's our account name. Let's go back to our here and our secret. Back to UB key. Paste that. And then yeah, one-time based. There are options. One-time based. Yeah, okay. All right, so we have our account here. And there's our number from the application. Let's go ahead and copy this puppy. Actually, yeah, copy clipboard. And then we go back to our login here. Next. Enter our authentication code. Bada bing. Bada boom. Done. Success. Look at that. Now it wants me to change my password because my password is admittedly lame. It's the default one they put in there. Okay, changing it. All right. One last thing I wanted to note too, if you're looking at this program, if you unplug my YubiKey, go, it blinks, and then it pops out. It takes a second, and then when it goes to refresh, it can't find it. So the Yubico authenticator does not work without the little Yubico thing in there, as expected. All right, so that is the basics of how to use a YubiKey to log into, two-factor using the TOTP standard that most websites use. But I did have some assumptions going into this when I started researching YubiKeys. I haven't used these a lot myself before making this video, and there was actually a couple different standards that YubiKey offers and supports. And one of them is Yubico's own one-time password standard. If the service you're using doesn't support that, you can't use it. And unfortunately, this little neat little button that you press and it pastes in the two-factor code, that only works with Yubi one-time password, the Yubico OTP. It doesn't work with the standard TOTP protocol that most websites use, that little 6-digit code. If you plug this in, you get a much longer code than 6 digits, and it doesn't work in those websites. So that was one little disappointing thing that I found. The other one that I found that was disappointing is if you have two of these things, you can use one as a backup, right? Kind of. There's no way to clone one to another, even if you have the password. I would love to have seen Yubico have a password to allow you to clone it or something like that. Obviously, you don't want people to grab it, clone it, give it back, and then you don't know it's been stolen. But you could put a password to protect that or something. But that's not how they have it set up. In order to use a backup, what you have to do is you have to have one plugged in. So when you're logging in, remember we walked in and we put the manual code in there? You have to leave that window open, unplug the Yubico key, plug the next YubiKey in there, and then add the code again. And if you wanted to take that code yet again and copy and paste it into your own phone system. So, as an example, if you have your one-time password on your phone here, you could also actually look up. A lot of times it'll show you the secret key that's in there, and you could paste that into Yubico and back things up that way, but it's a manual entry by entry. The last disappointing thing I found is that this particular model here is one of the more expensive ones. It seems to have a 32 entry limit. That is very disappointing. I've got like 50 on my phone right here, so I can't use just one chip. I'd have to use more than one. I could use these two chips to back up my phone, which is nice. But it's not quite the drop-in replacement I had hoped it would be. So that's what I found out in the last day or so after I made the first part of this video, is those limitations. But still, it's kind of a promising technology. I think it could be very useful for a lot of scenarios, particularly corporate scenarios where people have personal things on their phone and they want to keep work one-time passwords on here. It's just you're going to have the Yubico app installed on the computer that the chip plugs into, and you have to launch it and copy and paste, like we demonstrated that earlier, to log in. So that's it for my review. I hope you all find that helpful. I hope that answers some questions you all had. I certainly did. I had to kind of find out the hard way. Hope I saved you some time, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. We hope this video has provided valuable information to you. Be sure to share this video with other small business owners to spread the word about the importance of cybersecurity. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you want more information about cybersecurity, visit us at www.cybervenger.com.